You're searching for a silver lining from Tuesday's results. There was some positive news when it comes to women's reproductive rights. Of the 10 states that had abortion on the ballot, those measures passed in 7 of those states. And although Amendment 4 didn't pass in my home state of Florida, the results do show a majority of voters did support it. And NBC's exit polling saw increases from 2020, with voters saying that they think abortion should be legal. Joining me now is Mini Tamaraju, the president of Reproductive Freedom for All. Mini, I had to end with the good news, which is amazing in my opinion. What's the message that you take away from the results from those 7 ballot measures that passed?
So we've been saying for a long time that abortion, when it's on the ballot, it wins, and that the majority of Americans support abortion rights. So what Tuesday's results showed us is confirmation of that fact. And it's important to note, like in 2022 and 2023, we had a significant number of independents and Republicans cross over to support these initiatives. In some of these states, they were codifying protections into the Constitution that legislatures have already passed. In other states, they were upending legislative decisions. In some states, they were expanding and protecting access at who can provide abortion care, how long, et cetera. So by and large, this was a wide range of initiatives that were passed. But the bottom line is abortion is protected in those states. And we will see in the coming months efforts by legislators, attorneys general, to take those ballot measures in the constitutions and go further to promulgate through legislation, litigation, repeals of existing bans, and guidance. So for folks who are listening at home, what does this mean? This means that we have other pathways to protect abortion care, and we have, I believe, a political mandate that includes holding accountability for Republicans in office, showing them that their constituents support abortion care, and taking the steps to use that information and knowledge and voter participation to block a national abortion ban, block additional federal restrictions on abortion, block state legislative efforts to curb abortion. So we have a grassroots movement that is just getting started to protect care.
Yeah, and Minnie, that's the important part, what you just said, because I am fully prepared for the hypocrisy, which is the Trump-Vance administration, the claims, no, we're never going to do the national abortion ban, and I know that that is coming down the pipeline. So what are things that you, for example, and your organization and other advocates for reproductive freedom for all Americans, what are you guys doing to prepare against what could be, the hypocrisy? Leave it to the states. Oh, no, psych, don't leave it to the states. We're just going to do a national abortion ban instead.
Yeah, you're asking the exact right question. These are all the things we warned about when we were campaigning for Kamala Harris, who, frankly, I think ran an excellent campaign. You know, we had a challenge in making this issue stick to Donald Trump. And part of that challenge was his insistence that he would not pass a national ban. So to your point, you know, congressional Republicans and Donald Trump have said they don't support a national ban. They don't support restrictions to IVF and contraception. So we're a grassroots political organization. What we're doing already is convening our members, putting out, you know, grassroots actions in key states where we know we've lost fights in the Senate. For example, we have to make it very clear and plain that citizens will not tolerate bans, but we also have to keep the round-the-clock organizing happening, Katie, to make sure voters see what their legislators are doing. We can't let anything happen in the dark of night. We can't let anyone think we're taking our foot off the gas. So that means you're going to see ads, you're going to see organizing, you're going to see a lot of the action we took during the election, but it's not going to stop. It also means we need Congress and the Biden administration, and we're very hopeful, to push through as many judicial confirmations as possible. Right now, that is an important path to protecting reproductive freedom at the federal level. And we've got to be working, and we already are, with Democratic governors and AGs in blue states to protect access to care to citizens who need to cross state lines to get that care.
And, you know, quickly, Minnie, one important point is for people to understand, for example, in my state of Florida, I believed that Amendment 4 was going to pass, but because before it even made it to the ballot, they changed the standard to a super majority. So it had to be 60% or more to be able to have it passed. We were within inches, right? 57%, 58%. I mean, how important is for people to realize that the democracy that happens in your backyard, the local stuff that happens on this local and state level is just as important sometimes as the stuff that happens on the national level?
It's really important. I mean, you said it. And remember, for your listeners, in 2023, the Ohio legislature tried to change the threshold for their
right.
ballot measure to 60%. Citizens got it. They fought back, and the ballot measure in Ohio passed, but it only had to pass the 50% threshold. So democracy and the fight for freedom, it's not every 2 to 4 years. It is a year-round process. We've got off-year cycle races that we've got to think about. We've got fights for state Supreme Courts. I also want to say, on a positive note, I truly believe protecting abortion access helped Tammy Baldwin get past the finish line, Alyssa Slotkin, Jackie Rosen. We're going to see Ruben Gallego, I think, pull this off. The Pennsylvania House won. We won some significant Supreme Court races in the state of Michigan on this issue. So do not give up hope. I think the down ballot is where folks really connected the dots, and we have to do a bigger, better job of making the connection at the federal level in 2026.
My gratitude, as always, to you, Minnie Timuraju, for your hard work. Thank you for being here.